Hey, yo, everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing Buffy, Season 8, Issue number 38, Last Gleaming, Part 3. Take a look at this comic cover right here. Now, just to give you guys a warning in advance, I am going to throw down a lot of spoilers in this issue, so if you don't like spoilers at all, then just skip to the end of this video, where I give my opinions on whether or not you should pick it up, or just overall my thoughts on Season 8 right now, because I am going to try to vent a little. I don't really vent that much, but I will vent a bit. So that kind of preludes to what I think about this issue. Basically where we left off is Buffy was going to go and get the seed and either destroy it, remove it, or maybe play some basketball with it. Sees the Master is there, kind of gets into combat with Master, and Angel's dealing with a little Twilight Cat. Now, I'm just going to call it a Twilight Cat. I don't know what to call it. I can't call it Twilight because that would just be incredibly confusing. So I'm going to call it the Twilight Cat. This issue picks up. Basically, Buffy is having a back-and-forth discussion with, well, everyone. Willow says that she should work with the Master to protect the seed, and Buffy thinks that she should just stake the Master and get it over with. A bunch of demons flood in, and Dawn gets hurt in the process. So Xander takes her away to get some medical care. At the same time, Angel's getting attacked by the Twilight Cat, and the Twilight Cat is beating the shit out of him. And then the Twilight Cat then possesses Angel like a puppet. Angel has, no emotion, no nothing. It's just like a puppet. He can say fly, and Angel flies. He can say dance, Angel dance. He can say go write Season 8 better, and Angel will go write Season 8 better. But it doesn't happen. So Angel's now possessed by the Twilight Cat, and the Twilight Cat is sending Angel after Buffy and Spike and everyone else. At the same time, Xander is being talked to by one of the generals, and the general is saying, you gotta work with me here. You don't want your girlfriend to get hurt. I can help you out. I got a plan. So, Twilight Cat Angel attacks everyone, and it seems like Xander's gonna be the one that betrays Buffy. And that's basically the issue. Kind of ends there. So, with that said, let's get into my thoughts about it. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on the issue in general. And then I'm going to give you my thoughts on Season 8 and stuff I would have changed and just overall vending. I didn't like this issue. This issue kind of sucked. If I could give one word for this issue to describe it, I guess the word would be cliche. And the reason why I'm using cliche is because it feels like everything has been done before. In addition to that, it feels like everything's predictable. So I guess I would need to use two words. For example, Angel getting possessed, and apparently Angel might be the thing that they need to fight at the end of Season 8, making him again another big bad. How many times has Angel been evil and a big bad? It's been done before. And it's just kind of cliche. It's like, really, you're going to go there? I mean, it's like watching Randy Orton versus John Cena again. It's just a little twist on the end. It's like, oh, now it's a no disqualification match, or now it's a Falls Count Anywhere match, or now it's a bra and panties match, which would be really disturbing. But the fact of the matter remains is that it's the same thing, just a little twist, and it feels repetitive, cliche. Things seem a little bit predictable, and in addition to that, everyone kind of talks in circles, so it feels as though the story's not really going anywhere. Nothing's really reviewed, the plot's not really pushed forward too much. I mean, it's pushed forward, but not that much. So in saying that, the issue's not good. Not really. Which takes me to my venting of Season 8. And I am going to take a few minutes here just to talk about stuff that's bothered me about Season 8. Now, Season 8 started off great. I really loved Buffy Season 8, issues 1 through 20, maybe a little bit past 20. It was great. It was fun. It was enjoyable. But now it's not good anymore. It just feels bad. It's not Buffy. And see, the thing is that there's a lot of things that bother me about Season 8, as there is with a lot of things that bother a lot of fans about Season 8. I'm sure a lot of my concerns, a lot of my gripes, and a lot of my dislikes in the Season 8 comics, a lot of Buffy fans can relate to. Not all, but at least some. So I'm going to hit a few points on exactly what I am upset about, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what they could have done instead. First point, and I'm going to kind of talk about a few things I've already talked about in some previous Buffy reviews, but the first point is that, well, it just feels like some characters aren't acting like they should be. Now, I've talked about this before, so I won't talk about it too much here, but really, a lot of characters feel out of character. In particular, Buffy and Angel themselves. Angel allowing a lot of people die just so that he could be with Buffy, you know, having this massive pan and become Twilight. I mean, he has his reasons, but they're not really that good. And then Buffy is completely out of character in that she's been stealing, she's been keeping things from her friends, and she's been having sex with a man that she knows allowed all her slaves to die. They're completely out of character. They just don't seem like Buffy and Angel. It just really kind of pisses me off. There's a few other characters out there that seem kind of out of character, but they're more than anything. Another thing that pisses me off is just the fact that everything feels as though it's been done before. I'll point out some examples. For example, the Master, really? We already dealt with the Master. He died. Why do we have to bring him back? Bring back someone else, or have someone completely new. Why is the Master thrown in there? He was dead. Why not leave him dead? Willow, being consumed by magic and really starting to getting addicted to magic again, and eventually turns into Dark Willow in the future. So, Season 7 was about Willow controlling her magic and being able to get through it and not becoming what she did in Season 6, and it feels like her character is reverting back once again. Angel being a bad guy multiple times. It's been done millions of times. It just feels so underwhelming to have it done again, and boring, to say the least. So as you can see, a lot of things in Season 8 feel kind of cliche. It feels like it's been done many times before, and it's kind of predictable. And it's quite bothersome. The next thing is, and this may not necessarily be the case, but it feels like the writers are trying the best they can not to step on anyone's shoes, particularly the fans. It feels like the writers do something, and then they will then take it back and try to rectify it because it pisses off fans. Most notably, and I hate to continue to go to Angel, but Angel being Twilight and evil and doing all this bad stuff, or not so much evil, just doing bad stuff. A lot of people were pissed off about it. And how Buffy reacted to it, a lot of people were pissed off about it. And it feels as though they're trying to sugarcoat it and whitewash it by saying, oh, well, they were kind of possessed. They're being influenced by Twilight. And it just doesn't work out well. It feels as though it's not what the story was supposed to be. It feels as though a lot of parts, especially in recent Buffy issues, that they've been trying to tell a story, and then when they do something that may not rub well with people, they've been kind of doing other stuff. Maybe this isn't the case, but for the most part, it feels as though the story's not being told the way I think Joss wanted it to be. The best thing I can say is the comparison. The comparison would be to Grant Morrison's Batman run. Now, I like Grant Morrison. I may not be a fanatic, as some other people would be, for lack of a better term. I think he's a good writer. He does a great job with stories. I do have my problems with him, but for the most part, he's good. But see, the thing is with Grant Morrison's Batman run, he did stuff that a lot of people weren't necessarily too keen on at first, I being one of them. Now, this sounds silly in hindsight, but when I heard that they were going to change the Batman mythos forever, I was concerned that, Batman was going to kill, which was my number one no-no. Batman never kills. Or that, the whole persona of Bruce Wayne would be destroyed mentally. Or that Thomas Wayne and Martha Wayne would just be absolutely bad guys and evil. Or something really bad would be happening that would just destroy Batman. And it was starting to look like something like that. However, Grant Morrison didn't give a shit. He told his story, and in the end, it worked out for the most part good. His stories are good, people are enjoying it, and it's the best Batman has been in quite a long time. He didn't care about stepping on other people's toes. It feels like with some of the Buffy writers, they do. And that's a little bit bothersome. So, it comes to this, and I hate to say this. I've never said this before. Usually when it comes down to Joss Whedon, I always say I have faith in him. He always pulls off great stuff. But this isn't good. Joss, if you're listening, which I highly doubt you are. There's a billion to one chance you're actually on this video, but Joss, I'm disappointed. Please, Joss, fix this up. This is horrible. I really am disappointed and disheartened. This season 8 not only tarnishes the characters in the story, but it also tarnishes a lot of the previous Buffy stuff. I have no will to enjoy the other stuff. For example, bringing Angel into this kind of just defeats the whole purpose of After the Fall. It it just doesn't feel like a good story anymore. And that was a fantastic story, but this ruins it. Or any of the previous Buffy and Angel seasons, they just don't. I have no will to watch them now because this is not good. Not good at all. And for the first time, I'm disappointed in you, Josh. Now, I know you haven't been writing all of this, but really you shouldn't have given this to other people in the first place. It's not turning out well. The only way you could possibly redeem these characters at all is if you had Buffy go back in time and, I don't know, destroy the Twilight thing before it happened, or prevented all this from happening, but that would just be one big cop-out. But unfortunately, it's something that you might need to do. Something to just make us forget Season 8 happened. Because Season 8 isn't good. It was better in the beginning, but since it's become epic and overblown and over the top, it's just not good. It's just not Buffy. So, yeah. Don't like it. I probably would recommend not getting it. It's just not. The only reason why you get it is because the season's ending. But other than that, this isn't good. And I'm quite disappointed right now. So hopefully things turn out for the better. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.